Congress has just passed one of the most sweeping immigration reform packages in modern U.S. history, a move experts say is the biggest overhaul in decades. And yes, it actually passed with rare bipartisan support. This new law reshapes how the federal government classifies, screens, and enforces immigration rules, impacting millions of immigrants, workers, students, and long-term residents. Welcome to Dream Visa. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share so you never miss crucial national updates. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers pulled off what many thought was impossible: a broad, bipartisan immigration framework. Supporters call it balanced and overdue. Critics warn it could fundamentally reshape life for lawful immigrants. At the heart of the reform is a complete reclassification of all non-citizens. For the first time ever, temporary visa holders, permanent residents, and long-term green card holders fall under one unified enforcement category. That means distinctions that once offered protection may no longer shield someone from immigration action. For millions of green card holders, this is a major shift. Under the old rules, lawful permanent residents were generally safe unless they committed serious crimes. Not anymore. The new law expands deportation triggers tied to public safety offenses, including DUI. Under federal rules, even a single DUI, even a misdemeanor, can now lead to deportation. Analysts say this reflects a long-standing push to classify DUI conduct as incompatible with the privileges of residency. And the most controversial change? Deportation can now begin without a formal conviction. An admission of conduct meeting the definition of DUI might be enough to trigger proceedings. Supporters in Congress say this protects communities, pointing to federal data on alcohol-related fatalities. Advocacy groups argue it could cause inconsistent enforcement and create fear among families who otherwise follow every law. Two major pillars define this reform. First, expanded grounds of inadmissibility. Anyone with a DUI conviction or an admission of such conduct can now be ruled inadmissible. That affects people seeking entry, renewing visas, adjusting status, or applying for citizenship. Even those with no jail time may be impacted because DUI is now treated as a serious moral and legal violation. Second, stricter deportation standards. Federal law now overrides how states classify DUI offenses. Even a state-level misdemeanor can be deportable under federal rules. Every visa category is affected. Permanent residency is no longer viewed as a near-final stage of security. Green cards are now described as conditional privileges. The reform also updates the definition of good moral character. A single DUI automatically disqualifies an applicant from naturalization. Lawyers warn that the law allows retroactive review, meaning older incidents may now be reevaluated. DHS and USCIS will issue additional guidance soon, but for now, many families are unsure how past cases will be interpreted. Supporters say the bill restores trust in the immigration system. Critics argue it creates excessive penalties layered on top of existing state laws. The Trump administration calls it a major achievement, pairing tough enforcement with modernization efforts. The law includes funding for digital case systems, faster processing of high-demand visas, and expanded online filing, improvements long requested by applicants and employers. Still, advocacy groups say the enforcement changes overshadow the upgrades. Stricter background checks at consulates and visa centers are expected to slow processing temporarily. Green card holders are delaying travel, applicants are seeking legal reviews, and international students and workers are being urged to follow every state and federal rule with absolute precision. Community organizations report a surge in questions and legal consultations as families try to understand the new risks. Experts say the next few months will be critical as agencies clarify how broadly the new deportation standards will be applied. This law marks a major shift toward tighter compliance and uniform standards. While it modernizes parts of the system, it also lowers the margin for error across every immigration category. For many, only full U.S. citizenship now guarantees long-term security. Attorneys urge immigrants to be cautious and transparent when filing petitions or renewals under the new rules. For continuing updates and official guidance as it's released, keep watching Dream Visa. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to stay informed on the policies shaping America's immigration future.